Since I was like super young, I've always been told crying is bad, like expressing your emotions is bad. I think a few years ago I tried to go see a therapist, and guys, my life changed. I think a few days after that I went to visit my sister, and she's like, you look so different. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, you just look different. And I was like, and then I explained to her the previous day everything that happened. She's like, no wonder. Number 26, if the person you are dating, like things don't make sense right now, they won't make sense later. Hi guys, welcome back. It's your girl Precious, and I'm back again with another video. So if it's your first time here, please subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I was doubting if people would watch this video, but we're gonna do it. If people watch it, well and good. If people don't, well and good. So in today's video, this was a request from one of my subscribers. In one of the videos I posted, they put in the comment section, they asked me to do 27 things I've learned at 27. So if you guys don't know, my birthday was like, when this video is being released, probably 2 weeks ago, but from today it's 1 week ago. But yeah, so my birthday was 2 weeks ago and I turned 27, and someone asked me to do a video of 27 things I've learned at 27. So I was wondering, I was like, hey, would I manage to reach? I probably have to go look for inspiration, but funny enough, actually I wrote 27 things from my head. Now I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, and kindly let me know in the comment section what your favorite thing is. I know my mocktail today looks a bit weird, but just ignore it, guys, ignore it. I'll be looking down because I have my notebook on my lap. I love journaling, so this is my journal. And yeah, let's get right into it. I'll try to make this as interesting as possible. So the first one is being patient. Now they say patience is a virtue. Well, it is a fruit of the Holy Spirit, and in life, guys, I've learned that patience is very important. My patience is like this. So I've learned that there are moments where I have to stretch it out. The second thing that I've learned is comparison does nothing for you. Now, so many times you are at school, work, and you find yourself comparing yourself to other people, and I've found myself doing that several times. And I've always learned, like, I always come back to the conclusion that comparison does nothing for you, honestly. Focus on yourself, embrace yourself, and keep going. The third one is life is not meant to be an island. Life, guys, life is, have friends. No one should tell you what, no, it's okay to be alone, to be a loner. If you don't have friends, okay, have family who you will relate to, but you always need some people around you, at least even someone who you're accountable to in this life. Friends who check up on you when things are not okay. Like, I've learned that life is not an island. I think the few times I've tried to make it an island, I'm pretty miserable. Yes. Then the next one is serve God while you're young. Now, some people feel like they need to wait until they're old. Like, now let me enjoy, let me be clubbing, let me be doing this, and let me be doing that, and then eventually I will, you know, I will start getting serious about serving God. But like, while you're young, especially in your 20s, like 20s, your late teens, like, you're filled with the energy. Use that energy to serve God. And not meaning you can't have fun. Like, it matters the fun you're going to have, but you can have fun, but still more serve God while you're young. And the next one is like, God is everything. Might sound a bit cliche, but guys, literally, I don't know what would have been in my life if it was not for God. Like, literally, I'm breathing, I'm talking, I'm here right now doing this video, guys. I owe everything to God, honestly speaking. It's okay to feel your emotions sometimes, but don't remain in that place. So ever since I was like super young, I've always been told crying is bad, like expressing your emotions is bad. Now it matters the way you express your emotions, not you go to shout at everybody and, no, I was just expressing my emotions. No, it really matters how you express your emotions, but expressing your emotions, like, it's okay to cry. I think I learned that like 2-3 years ago, that it's okay to cry sometimes. Like, you will reach that point sometimes that you break down. Like, life sometimes will give you lemon and maybe you fail to make the lemonade, so you will cry, and that's okay. It's okay to feel your emotions. Emotions, they are not bad. I think there's a reason why God created them. Next is, not everything will go as planned, but that doesn't mean you give up. That, I think I felt like I've learned it a lot of late, especially in my 20s. Like, it's not always, you know how they say it will always work out at the end. There's certain things which might not always work out at the end, but that doesn't mean you give up on that particular thing. I remember a few months ago, okay, 7 years now, I wanted to do a certain business and I did literally everything and it just didn't work out. Like, things just didn't work, and I almost stopped and gave up on it. But I decided, I was like, you know what, let me try something else, and that something else worked better than what I was trying to do. So don't give up. Like, if that thing is not working, look for another way of doing that same thing, or just look for something else that's similar to that thing. Saying no isn't bad. This one, even my friends will attest to it as they watch this video, that saying no is something I had to learn. I think even, you know, those random guys who you don't even ever intend on talking to on the road, who would ask for your line, I would give it, not with the intention of talking to them, but the intention of just leave me alone. Or sometimes saying no is okay. Like, I think now I've learned to say no, I won't give you my number. Or like, my friend asked me this and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm not gonna do it. Like, it's okay to say no. Don't take up what you can't handle. It's the same with the say no, but also even in other means. I think even in what you decide to do, like, don't take things that, you know, like, if I think everybody has a capacity of evaluating themselves. Like, evaluate yourself. If you see that the thing is not tinging and you are not able to do it as better, you leave it. You leave it for someone else who can do it better. There are times that you can work on yourself and maybe just lacking confidence in doing something, but sometimes even know at, okay, this is not meant for me. Walk away. Don't take what you can't handle. That's another thing I've learned. This actually tastes good. Hard work does pay off. Guys, hard work does pay off. Self-explanatory. I won't explain that one. We all have our own pace. This one goes back to comparison doesn't work. I feel like, especially when you're in your 20s, someone posted, I think few days ago, I said on Instagram or somewhere, where like your friends are posting weddings. I think I've talked about this here before. Your friends are getting married, and you know, I was looking at my one of my friends came in my inbox a few weeks ago, and she's like, you know what, I haven't opened Facebook in a while, and all that I'm seeing were together in high school. She's like, all that I'm seeing are weddings this, weddings that, and I'm like, girl, the pressure. But like we all, I think I've come to learn that we all move at our own pace, and that's, I think, something that I've learned, and I have to keep learning, that it's okay to move at your own pace. Yes, your friend did that at this age and did that at that age. It's okay if you haven't, especially having 3 more years to 30, guys. The pressure is getting worse. The
pressure is getting
You need to seek wisdom. You need to seek wisdom. I don't know if there's a verse about this. If I do find one, I'll put it. But like, wisdom doesn't come running after you. You need to run after it. For example, in relationships, if you're in a relationship and you want to become a better partner, like, you need to go and learn how to be a better partner. You need to evaluate yourself, check what you're doing better, ask your partner, how can I improve in this, or how can I do better at this? If you're in business, you need to read books to improve in business, or have a mentor. Like, you need to follow wisdom. You need to seek it. Like, if you're not doing well in something, sitting down and pouting about it will not make anything better. Like, you need to follow and pursue knowledge. Yes, I think you've gotten that point. Experience is not always the best teacher. The Holy Spirit is. Now, I remember a few years ago telling one of my parents, they were trying to correct me on something, and I was like, let me go make my own mistakes and learn for myself. And I think at that point, I thought experience was the best teacher. But as I'm reaching this age, I've come to realize that experience is not the best teacher. There are some things that certain people went through that I don't need to go through. There's a reason why they went through them, so I don't need to. But the Holy Spirit is the best teacher. Certain things, ask the Holy Spirit. You don't need to make a wrong choice. That's why you have the Holy Spirit to guide you. Okay, let's go to the next one. Not everything always makes sense. Like, this one's a two-way thing, yeah? You know how sometimes some things will happen to you and people will be like, in the future it will make sense. Why? No, sometimes you will not understand why certain things happen the way they happened. And that's okay. That's okay. And it also works in the way of, there are certain things that you will do and you have the conviction of doing them, and maybe when God told you to do them and they will not make sense, just do it. Just do it. Always follow the leading of the Holy Spirit. Number 15. We're on number 15. People are people. Some will disappoint you. Guys, This one, I cannot emphasize. Lower your expectations when dealing with people. That will help you a lot. We won't hear you crying all over the place. You lower your expectations to certain people. My pastor says something like, if the same person disappoints you thrice, you are the one who's a fool. That's because you went to the person, the same person disappointed you. The first time it's like, okay, I didn't know this. The second time you go back and ask the person to do that's something again for you, and again they disappoint you. You're like, okay, maybe I misjudged them the first time, but this time, okay, they're beginning to show me who they are. If you go the third time, you're the one with a problem. Like, some people are just people. They will disappoint you. They will make you cry. So sometimes you need to lower expectations when dealing with people. I'm not saying always go saying I don't trust anyone. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying in certain things, in certain situations, just learn to lower your expectations, especially if that person has disappointed you before. And don't be a fool. It's okay to love certain people from a distance because their presence isn't good for you. This one I've also learned in my 20s. Like, it's okay. Like, there are certain friends where I've learned to love from a distance. And it's not like I don't like you, I don't love you, or I love you. It's just that there are certain things that you've done that have hurt me and they've gotten to me, and you've hurt me more than once. And I've just realized maybe we're better off at a distance. And that's okay, guys. It's okay. There are even some family members. I was avoiding using this word, but I'm gonna use it. Some people are toxic. Some people are toxic to your health, to your mental health, and even family members. There are certain family members, it's okay to love from a distance. You've done your best. You've tried to be with this person, but this person just, they're not just bring the best out of you. So it's okay. It's okay to love people from a distance. Friends and family alike. Therapy and mental health are important. I feel like sometimes we feel like, I don't really need the therapy. What is that for? But I think one of the things I've learned is that in your upbringing, a lot of things influence you. And there are certain things that you will not realize that the reason why you behave the way you behave is because of something that happened in your childhood. And sometimes you need someone to sit down with you and figure things out and figure the way forward. And if you're able to get a Christian therapist, even better. Even better. I think I did a video once. I didn't like only talk about it, but I did mention it once here that I think a few years ago I tried to go see a therapist, and guys, my life changed. I think a few days after that I went to visit my sister, and she's like, you look so different. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, you just look different. And I was like, and then I explained to her the previous day everything that happened. She's like, no wonder. So you never know how your past experiences impacted you. Mental health is a thing. Therapy is important, and sometimes it might be from your pastor, it might be from leaders at your church, but therapy is important. Number 18, in relationships and friendships, tough conversations and transparency are good for growth. There is no good lie. You know that thing where someone will say, no, I told it because it was a good lie, like I needed to lie to this person. No, there's no such thing as a good lie. Transparency and being open and vulnerable in relationships and friendships is very important. Sometimes you just need to tell your friend the truth. Sometimes you just need to tell your boyfriend. Actually, not sometimes, always you need to tell your boyfriend or your girlfriend the truth. Sometimes, yes, some people don't need to hear things at certain times. Withhold the information for a short time, but eventually do tell them. Find a way of, the way you break news to people actually matters in the way they'll actually take it. Yeah? Okay, let's move on to the next one. Number 19. I'm trying to be fast because I don't want to be sitting here for 30 minutes. Forgiving yourself is not for them, but it's for you, and it's very important. You know, sometimes when someone does something wrong to you, like, hey, I'll forgive them, I forgive you. Sometimes that I forgive is actually not for them, for you. Carrying the burden of a grudge or what someone did to you, it actually affects you more than you realize. And learning to forgive them is actually just the best choice. Like, you do it for yourself and not for others. It leads me on to my next point, which it says, there are people who will never ask for forgiveness, but you must forgive. I think that's something I've learned. Like, there are certain people who will never come and say sorry. Some people are not even aware of how much their words or whatever they said or their actions really got to you and did to you. But at the end of the day, because you're forgiving for yourself, and because Christ asked you to forgive whoever trespasses against you, you just forgive. Like, some people will never come and say, I'm sorry. And you have to learn and find a way of forgiving. And Jesus helps with that. Number 21, dealing with people requires you to give them grace in this forgiving atmosphere. I think it goes back even to that other point where I said people are people. Like, dealing with people, you need to have a lot of grace, otherwise you can beat someone. You need to have a lot of patience and grace with dealing with people, especially if you work in a team of people. There'll always be that person who you might not understand. There'll always be that person who you might always feel like you always have differences with. It doesn't mean that you should be mean to them and say, I think we're just meant to hate each other. No, there's no such thing. You just need to have grace with dealing with that people. Yeah, extend the same grace that was extended to you by someone else. Okay, moving on. Number 22. You are never too young to start a business or work on being financially independent. Yeah, you are never too young. That one is very self-explanatory. Like, no, I'm too young to start a business. No, you're not. I'm too busy. Okay, maybe busy, but you're just never too young. Number 23, it's okay to be different. I remember learning this one towards my late teens. I felt like I was very different. Number one, I was homeschooled. Number two, I grew up in Mozambique. I'm Zambia, and there's already confusion there. I think there was a time where I was crossing the border with my mom, and the officer asked, and I think they got my passport, and they realized that I'm born in Zimbabwe. Grew up in Mozambique, Zambia by nationality. That confusion already used to make me feel very different. I really used to feel like I never used to fit in. Whether I'm with the Mozambicans, it's like, yeah, foreigner, you don't even speak Portuguese right, because my Portuguese, I do speak it, but it's not like 100% fluent. And I'm with the Zambians, they're like, you can't even speak Nyanja, like your Nyanja is broken, you're not Zambian. And yeah, like Zimbabwe, I was just born there. So I came to realize that from most of the people who you would put me with up to now, I'm very different. Like, we can look like we click. Let's start talking about our childhoods. You probably wouldn't understand mine, but that's okay. Being different is okay. Actually, it's beautiful. Yeah, that's one thing I've learned. We grow, we change. People grow, people change, and that's okay. It's okay. Number 25. Don't wait to be old to start praying for your life partner. Say that louder for the people in the back. You're a girl, you're turning 30, and now you're like, hey, I'm not meeting the right person. I keep having breakouts. Let me now start praying about this. No, you're 18, start praying for that life partner. You're 16, start praying for that life partner. Like, I feel like if you're one person who desires marriage, a lifetime is too long to be stuck with someone who you realize later is the wrong person. So it's never too late to start praying for that life partner. If it's something you struggle to do alone, I'll share something me and my friends did. Meet up with your friends, have a partnership. Like, okay, maybe once a month we're going to be praying for our life partners together. We'll be intentional about this part of our lives. Like, life requires you to be very intentional, so you need to be intentional about some areas in your life. The next one, number 26, if the person you are dating, like, things don't make sense right now, they won't make sense later. In my pastor's words, if the shoe doesn't fit in the shop, it will not. That was point number 6, by the way. If the shoe doesn't fit in the shop, it will not go and fit at home. So if the person who you are dating, you are seeing red flags, but you've decided that red is your favorite color, don't think you'll get married and those things will disappear. You have issues with some of the things, and it's not that. Some people might be not good for you, but maybe that thing which you find irritating your friend will like. So maybe that person is just not meant for you. And the sooner that you realize that in the dating relationship, learn. Don't wait to go and start saying, I will fit this shoe in marriage. No, it will not fit, Abby. It will not fit. You still not like that thing. Unless you ask that person to work on that thing that you don't like and they work on it. But if they are not working on it and you just see that every time we're arguing about this thing, Abby, this is your sign to move on. Anyway, number 27, don't study medicine. If you're aspiring medical student, don't listen to number 37. But anyway, don't study medicine. If you reach this point, thank you so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed it, actually sharing 27 things I've learned at 27. I hope you picked something. Please let me know your favorite point in the comment section, and please don't forget to like my video. Thank you so much for coming back. And yeah, if you've reached this point and you still haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? It's free. It's completely free. It doesn't cost money. You see the button below written subscribe, just press on it and make sure it's now turned to subscribed. Actually, now things have changed. There's an arrow. Yeah, there's an arrow or something, then you press subscribe. But anyway, you get it. Subscribe please for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.